Hello everyone, welcome to Competitive Academia. This is Capsule. So let's start our discussion. In the first article, we see that due to COVID-19 crisis, the Jan Aushadhi Sugam mobile app is helping in a big way by helping to locate nearest Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendra. Context is not important, so let's straight away move to the discussion part. It is a campaign which has been launched by Department of Pharmaceuticals. Now, Department of Pharmaceuticals is under Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizer. It aims to provide generic drugs. Now, what are generic drugs? Those drugs which are indigenously produced, but in terms of quality and efficacy, they are similar to the main drugs, but they are less expensive. This scheme was first launched in 2014 as Jan Aushadhi scheme, but it was revamped as Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Yojana in 2015 to provide impetus to it. In 2016, it was again revamped as Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana to provide further impetus. So let's talk more about it. The main thing here is Bureau of Pharma Public Sector Undertakings of India. This is the PSU and this is the nodal agency for this Jan Aushadhi Kendra. It supports all the CPSUs for coordinating procurement, supply, marketing through Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Kendra. Now, Jan Aushadhi stores, there is no mandatory rule for who can open this. It can be opened by state government or any organizations, NGOs, trust, private hospitals, charitable institutes, doctors, unemployed pharmacists, individual entrepreneurs, etc. Basically, it invites community participation in its institutions. In the article, we have discussed about Jan Aushadhi Sugam app. Now, Jan Aushadhi Sugam app is the app of Jan Aushadhi Kendra, which helps to locate the nearest locations. This app has been developed by Bureau of Pharma PSUs of India, BPPI, that is the nodal agency under Department of Pharmaceuticals. All right, this is very important. The next article is scientists at S.N. Bose National Center for Basic Sciences, Kolkata. You can remember the center. Have developed a safe and cost-effective nanomedicines that promises treatment of a number of diseases by altering oxidative stress in the body. Here, oxidative stress is something to be understood. Then we'll discuss nanomedicines also. See, in our body, there are certain reactions, like we have heard of free radicals, and to prevent those free radicals, we go for antioxidants. So, redox reaction, that is reduction and oxidation of oxygen in cells, takes place. They are essential for many processes. For example, they are helpful in generating new cells, and also they aid in degeneration of cells. The redox reaction creates certain products which are known as reactive oxygen species. Now, reactive oxygen species, it is understood to be harmful to cells because it instantly oxidizes the cell, which increases the rate of aging, or you can say that it helps in aging of the cells. But this reactive oxygen species is important to kill certain bacteria and viruses and infections in our body. Thus, control increase of reactive oxygen species. It helps our immune cells to perform their functions naturally and efficiently. So, the scientists at S.N. Bose National Center for Basic Science, they have developed nanomedicines so that they can alter the oxidative stress in our body. Now, what are nanomedicines? Nanomedicine is the application of nanotechnology to the discipline of medicine. It helps in targeted diagnosis, monitoring, control, and prevention of diseases. Here you can see the explanation. It ranges from medical application of nanomaterials and biological devices to nanoelectronic biosensors. And future applications can be wide and varied. So in the picture you can see, if a person has cancer, then the nanomedicines can be injected in the body and it will straight away target the infected cell, the home of the tumor or the cancer. And in this way, it will heal the person. That's all from this article you need to remember. The next article is Jaskar River. Now, Jaskar River is in news because the Wadia Institute of Himalayan Geology has studied the river in Ladakh and it came out with 35,000 years history of river erosion and identified the hotspots of erosion and valleys that acted as buffer zones. Again, here the context is not important, so let's straight away move to the explanation part. Jaskar River is a north-flowing tributary of Indus. The tributaries of Indus is important for us to learn. In the upper reaches, the Jaskar has two main branches. First one is the Doda. Now Doda has its source near Pensila. The second one is formed by two main tributaries. They are Karyag River and Sarap River. They have their source in Baralacha. Karyag River has its source near Shingola and Sarap River has its source near Baralacha La. This two river unites to form the Lungnak River. This is also known as Lingti or Sarap. The Lungnak River then flows northwest along a narrow gorge towards Jaskar's central valley, which is known as Zungkhor. It unites with the Doda River to form the main Jaskar River. So Jaskar River is formed by the unification of, first of all, Karyag and Sarap River, and then these two rivers, they unite with Doda River. Here the source, that is Pensila, the source of Doda is Pensila, the source of Karyag is Shingola, and Sarap River, it is Baralachala. These sources are very important. It can also come as matching in your exams. Wadia Institute of Himalayan Geology, it is an autonomous institute under Department of Science and Technology. It is a nodal agency for National Mission for Sustaining Himalaya, which is one of the 8 missions under National Action Plan for Climate Change. The next article is about International Labour Organization. According to International Labour Organization, nearly half of the global workforce are at risk of losing livelihoods due to COVID-19. The United Nations agency has also estimated a 10.5% deterioration in working hours. Nearly 1.6 billion workers in the informal economy face an immediate danger of losing their livelihoods due to continued sharp decline in working hours because of COVID-19 outbreak. This translates into a more than 80% decline in Africa, 70% in Europe and Central Asia, and 21.6% in Asia and Pacific. Now, informal economy consists of the unorganized sector, which lacks security of work and employment. It is the hardest hit due to COVID-19 pandemic. For example, the street vendors, they are in the unorganized sector. So let's see something about International Labour Organization. It is the oldest and first specialized agency of the United Nations. Its mandate is to advance social and economic justice through setting international labor standards. Its headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. It received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1969 for improving fraternity and peace among nations, pursuing decent work and justice for workers, and providing technical assistance to other developing nations. India is a founding member of ILO. It has convened the Global Commission on Future of Work in 2019. It has 187 members, of which 186 are United Nations members and one non-UN member is Cook Island. It is a member of United Nations Development Group, a coalition of United Nations organizations which is aimed at helping to meet the Sustainable Development Goals. The next article is Study on China's Dam Brings the Brahmaputra into Focus. A study was conducted which highlighted the impact of China's dam on the Mekong River, and it has raised fresh questions on whether such similar impact will be faced by the downstream countries. India is a downstream country and it has its own concerns. Mekong River is a transboundary river. Now, transboundary rivers are those which crosses two or more countries. It passes through China, Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. A very important organization we have, the Mekong Ganga Corporation, which was established on November 10, 2000 at Vientiane, Laos. Now, Laos is a landlocked country. Its first meeting, it comprised of 6 members, that is India, Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. The 4 areas of cooperation are tourism, culture, education, and transport. These countries are important to remember. You can also form mnemonics like CLMVT plus India. They form the Mekong Ganga Corporation. Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Vietnam, and Thailand. This is the Mekong River. We'll zoom in. China is building a dam on this Langkang River. This is the upstream of Mekong River. You can zoom the picture and see it by yourself, the map. The next point is Brahmaputra River. This is known as Yarlung Zangpo in Tibet, and it means the purifier. In Arunachal Pradesh, it is known as Siang or Dihang. In Assam, it is known as Lohit, Dilao, or Brahmaputra. It is a transboundary river which crosses China, India, and Bangladesh. It originates in the Mansarovar Lake near Mount Kailash, which is located on the northern side of the Himalayas in Tibet. It flows southwest through Assam Valley as Brahmaputra and south through Bangladesh as Jamuna. Jamuna is not to be confused with Yamuna of Delhi. The major left bank tributaries are Buridihing, Dhansiri, Kalang, and the right bank tributaries are Subansiri, Kameng, Manas, and Sankosh. Subansiri, which has its origin in Tibet, is an antecedent river. Antecedent rivers are those which are formed prior to the formation of the valley in which they flow. The Brahmaputra enters into Bangladesh near Dhubri. Dhubri is a district in Assam and flows southward. In the vast Ganges Delta, it merges with Padma. Now, Padma is the Ganga river of Bangladesh. There, the merged river is known as Meghna, which flows into Bay of Bengal. Here in the map, we'll see some important locations also, rivers. Here you can see Subansiri, Lohit, we have Tista, Jamuna. This area is of Bangladesh, Padma, Meghna. These rivers merge to form the Meghna River. Barak River is in the lower part of Assam and it also flows in Manipur and then through the Myanmar. Now let's discuss some previous year questions. The Brahmaputra, Irrawaddy, and Mekong rivers originate in Tibet and flow through narrow and parallel mountain ranges in the upper reaches. Of these rivers, Brahmaputra makes a U-turn in its course to flow into India. This U-turn is due to, this is a question which was asked in UPSC 2011. So, Brahmaputra makes a U-turn near Arunachal Pradesh, which is a beautiful gorge. The main reason behind this is syntaxial bending of the geologically young Himalaya. Himalayas are the young folded mountains. The next question is, as I told you, rivers has always been a favorite topic of UPSC. Again, in 2014, we had a question from the rivers. Which of the following flows through Arunachal Pradesh? Now, you have seen in the map, you can easily answer this question. We have seen that here one technique can also be used. The unwanted point can be just cut off. Like Subansiri and Lohit we have seen in the upper parts, but Barak river we have seen in the lower part. It was flowing in Assam and then it flew to Myanmar through Manipur. So we can cut this point. We can eliminate this. On eliminating, we straight away get the question, that is answer, that is 2 and 3. Lohit and Subansiri, they flow through the Arunachal Pradesh. That's all for the video. We'll come up with some new articles tomorrow. Till then, thank you for listening and like, share and subscribe.